most people get this wrong about self-improvement. They try to have a nice, elaborate morning routine. They try to have these big ideas, which will help you, right? But for most people, that is not realistic. For the most longest time, I try to have like a 15-step morning routine that like from 7 to 7:15, I'd meditate. 7:15 to 7:30, I'd journal. 7:30 to whatever, I'd take cold shower. Boom, 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 boom. Take me to 10 o'clock and I have everything done. That's not realistic for most people, and at least it wasn't realistic for me. It really just wasn't. It wasn't sustainable. I'd have like a 2-day motivation thing and I just fall off. Here's what I'm doing now that's greatly benefited me. I'm trying to declutter my bad habits and add good habits instead. So today, let's use today's example. My morning routine was I woke up, I didn't check my phone. I read like 10 minutes of this book. 10 minutes of my life is nothing, you know? I read it when I'm, the freshest, I just read it. I went, checked my phone, played the guitar a little bit, 20 minutes, it's a hobby I have, showered and meditated for 4 minutes. That's it. Top to bottom is very easy. I played the guitar, I like that. I read a book, well, it wasn't hard. Showered, I just showered, right? And I meditated for 4 minutes. Very easy. Now compare that to before, where I just woke up, went on my phone for a couple hours, or maybe not a couple hours, like maybe an hour, and did no good habit. Me erasing that hour, like lowering the hour, and then filling in good habits is the kind of best way to do it, right? Rather than, like trying to cut off phone cold turkey and add 100 different habits, you slowly cut off the bad habit, and then instead, now you have free time, then you add these good habits, right? And again, these good habits don't have to be like, crazy, the best, most optimal thing ever. Reading a book, it's very helpful, right? But it's probably like 0.5% gain throughout my day. Or playing guitar, right? It's for my enjoyment and dopamine. It's not really for like, made to optimize my day or whatever. All these little things stack up like 1% motivation boost, 2% motivation boosts. Like it just makes you slightly happier throughout the day so that you can do the good work, right? Me reading this book, it's not like a life-changing thing. It's teaching me how to be an entrepreneur, right? So I'm getting information, but my mind's also just a little bit sharper and my attention span is increasing just a little bit. But that little bit over long enough time is kind of the difference between me focusing on my business and not, right? It's simple as that. It's me, those little 1%, like 0.5% wins are kind of what get you there. So here's what you should do. Pick out the 2 most like detrimental habits. For me, it's going on my phone and eating junk food, and try to cut them down. Slowly, but try to cut them down, right? Once you cut them down, you have to replace them with something. Replace them with enjoyable things that are fun to you, but they're just productive. Could be a hobby like cooking, right? I do guitar, could be sports, could be whatever. But these enjoyable things, you'll stay consistent to them. I like doing the guitar, so I can do that every single day for the rest of my life. You might like cooking, right? That'll benefit you in meal prep or benefit you from not, going outside and eating. But find these little habits that make everything enjoyable for you, that will give you the percent boosts. And that's what you should capitalize. That's what you should really kind of, harp on, right? That's what you should really focus on, right? These 2% gains. And eventually, those 2% gains will stack up. But on top of that, once you kind of get accustomed to reading 10 pages, you can do 20 pages, 30 pages, 40 pages. And that's when you kind of get really like serious into self-improvement. And that's when you can do like the big stuff that you want to do early on, right? So your morning routine should be slow, should be easy, shouldn't be too hard, while deducting the bad habits to build momentum and kind of cut down the negative, like, going on your phone is like a negative. So you cut down on the negatives and you slowly build positives. That's what you should do. So tomorrow, pick out 2 little things you want to do, 3-minute meditation, whatever, like looking outside and saying you're grateful for whatever, the blue sky, just small things that will make your day a tiny bit better and replace the bad things. That's what you should be doing. Thank you for watching this video and see you in the next one.